Whew. Okay, so as you may know, I've just come back from a crazy trip to the Middle East, and now I finally have time to go through a lot of footage. And there are stories from Canada that I've been basically afraid to share because it was such an amazing, well, crazy trip. Turbulent is probably the word. And because I was travelling alone, lots of things went wrong. And so I didn't film everything because I had to deal with these situations. So I know there's these gaps in the story, but I really want to share the story because this trip is very important to me as a life experience, and I wanted to document it and share it. And I was getting really precious over it, thinking, well, I need to have a studio, and then I need to sort of introduce it, and then cut to the footage, and then have a voiceover. I just realised the more I have these demands for it, the less likely it's going to get made, or the longer it's going to take, so I should just get on with it. So I'm going to share it with you. I'm now going to get this Canada footage to you. I don't know where it is. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I actually didn't expect that to work. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm just going to clean my kit because it's in a desperate need. Because I'm sure you're probably aware, with the Middle East, sand is everywhere. Media pending. Media pending. Canada. The plan was, leaving America, I'm going to go to Canada for 2 weeks, travel down from Vancouver to Los Angeles, and from Los Angeles I'm going to get a flight to Sydney, where I'm going to meet Rupert, who you met before in my roommate tag video, my best friend from Leeds, who was also doing a year abroad, but in Australia. I was going to reunite with him a year later in Australia. We were then going to fly to Vietnam together for 3 weeks. That was the plan. It all started with leaving Phoenix. Right, so I'm in the airport, about to leave America. This is weird because I will be coming back. I'm just going to Canada first because I have to leave and come back in on a tourist visa if I want to spend longer in the States, which I do, so that's what I'm going to do. I was pretty nervous to be leaving because I'd become so attached to America, and I always knew this time would come, and my time in America was so good because I knew it was finite and I knew it would end, so I made the most of it. And now that time had come, it had ended, and I was excited for what Canada had to offer, but I was also nervous going alone, and I hadn't had much time to prepare. And when you rush, you make mistakes. My brain's been a bit fuzzy the past few days because I've just been focusing on getting everything out. I had to send my luggage off, I had to post things home. It's been a stressful week, but really nice that I was staying at Katie's house. It wasn't too bad. It's just there's things in your mind when you know you've got to do stuff and you're trying to function, and there's always more to do. Now there's nothing more I can do. I have what I have, which is my backpack and my duffel. I have Canada to explore. I have to get to LA by the end of June. That's it. I can do whatever I want, as long as I eat, don't get eaten by a bear, and that's it really. And then I finally get to Canada and I arrive in the middle of the night and I have to cross the city, get some money out, figure out what on earth I'm going to do next. I'll walk this way. I want to find an information desk because I need some information. It's pretty good temperature, but I'm headed to the mountains, so it's going to get colder. Apparently it snowed where I'm going last week. My sleeping bag's not graded for that, but I like being cold when I sleep, so it'll be okay. That's the bus I want there. No! So I had to buy a day pass ticket, which is a bit confusing to figure out initially. It was bought at 11:18 and it ends at midnight, so I hope the bus comes before midnight. I'll have to buy another one. I realise what I'm saying is probably really boring, but it's good to say it out loud to confirm it to myself, and it means I won't go crazy from being alone for so long. So this is my outlet for that. So my mission, the reason I was in Canada, other than to have a nice time and see nice things, other than just wanting to have an adventure, I'd given myself a goal to help shape that adventure. I thought it'd be good to travel with a purpose and then let the story unfold. And my mission was to take the best landscape photo I'd ever taken, and my sort of benchmark for that was my Yosemite Christmas twilight photo, which is my favourite ever, probably still, because it's just so unique, so serene and so perfectly timed. Lots of luck went into that shot, right place, right time, but also a huge compliment in that it was shared on EarthPix on Instagram, and they have 10 million followers, so that was a big deal. My thought was, let's get a photo that will beat that EarthPix would want to share, that's just that amazing. And my best chance is the Canadian mountains in Alberta, Banff, Moraine Lake, all these classically beautiful postcard places. I thought, let's go there. They're so famously beautiful. I want to see them anyway. Let's go.
I just got to walk all this way now to the hostel. My bag is too heavy, and I always buy bags without pads on the grips. So I'm wearing a glove.
What are you, Vice News or something?
I wish. Then I'd get views. Ooh, okay. So I made it to the hostel, and I put my camera away when I was walking through the city, because even though it's, you know, friendly Canada, it's still nighttime in a new city, so I don't like just waving my fancy gizmos around. And I got to the front desk of the hostel to sign in, and I opened my wallet and I realised that my card was missing, my debit card, my bank card. I left it in the ticket machine at the airport. Luckily it's a PIN machine, but I need to cancel that right now. So remember how I said that rushing things leads to mistakes? Well, so does being tired. I did not realise how tired I am. I'm so excited about getting that ticket, you know, just got distracted. I'm going to say goodnight now because I'm knackered. I am at that point now where any noise I hear or any shadow I see in the forest, I'll assume is a bear.
So at the moment my plans to camp are illegal and stupid because nobody knows where I am.